Previously on Taverns and Caverns Path A. After putting down the Sea Hag, we head back to New Tempest so that we may inform the guild of the unfortunate events that happened to the adventurers. May they find peace in the afterlife. During our walk, we happened to spot a shooting star, also learning a little bit more about the party, for better or worse. Haven't decided yet. After we turned in our quest, a message was left for the original Cat & Co. So we head to the Quacking Donkey, where Damien and Sundra have a private discussion with a Professor Tobias. Not sure what they discussed, but Damien was rather upset, talking about some skull reaver. I know college is expensive, but no need for name-calling the treasurer. Later on in the evening, thanks to my blind sight, I meet Sundra's patron, a Napolean Feyapart, a disgusting thing. Poor child, to deal with that. Though I could not hear their conversation, I later find out that shooting star was actually a very precious metal. But now we must rest till morning to discuss our plans to hunt down this star metal. Episode 13, Metal of the Sky, Path A.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns Season 3, Path A. This is your Dungeon Master Haphazard DM, and last time on TNC Path A, the party had returned to the Adventurers Guild after finding the fallen adventurers and defeating the Night Hag. And upon returning to the Adventurers Guild, they found out that Tobias Monteiro, the professor or one of the professors at New Tempest University, who they met many episodes ago in Season 1, was actually looking for them, and he knew they were in town because he ran into Yatari, who is also a student from the New Tempest Universities. And Tobias left a message with one of the receptionists at the Adventurers Guild. It was not Linnell. Sundra was sad about that. It was someone else. But the message was for the party to meet him at the Quacking Donkey Tavern so that they can discuss a few things. When they went to the tavern, they met up with Tobias. Tobias asked to only speak with Damien and Isundra because he did not know who Alaric and Thaddeus were. He did ask where Ediar and Nomu were, but he also allowed Yaito to sit on it as well. He knew Yaito. And he basically asked the two or three of them if they could help or assist him in breaking free from the Skull Reaver's grasp, because the Skull Reaver still is making Tobias do shady things for them, such as stealing university secrets, passing intel back to the Skull Reaver that could potentially get him in prison or killed for doing so. So he is begging the party to try and help him convince the Skull Reaver to stop using him as a lackey. The Damien was upset to think about Skull Reaver and had to rest on it to decide what he would want to do, as well as Isundra and Yaito. Alaric and Thaddeus didn't really have much to say on that regard because they weren't part of the conversation. But after Damien and Alaric went to go rest for the night, Isundra was chugging drinks, rolling nat 20s plus on all of her constitution checks at the bar. And while she was doing so, Napolean Feyapart showed up, who is the patron of Isundra since she's a warlock. And Napoleon had requested Isundra to seek out the shooting star, aka the star medal, that the party saw earlier in the evening. He wants that star medal for himself, and he is demanding Isundra go and get it for him. And he has told Isundra he's looked into the future, and he knows that Yatari will be returning to the party in the morning to try and convince them to seek out that star medal as well for her blacksmith friend Barsora, who is needing that star medal to try and make some special weapons, as well as grow the popularity of her shop by having these weapons. So that hasn't happened yet, but it will. we'll be starting the episode right where we left off. You guys have all finally rested. As far as Damien goes, I don't know if Damien got a short rest. I'll leave that up to Bry to decide because he was kicking and turning in sleep.
Yeah, I had to roll for that, and I think, yeah, I didn't
Oh, that's
get,
right. You did. That's right. You
yeah.
did. Yeah. Everyone else, though, well, maybe everyone else should have gotten a full night's rest. So everyone's HP, all your spells are all fully healed and returned to you. So go ahead and heal your character sheets if you need to. You have all your spell slots back, and we'll start this session off bright and early the next morning. You're all staying at the inn across the street of the Quacking Donkey Tavern, and currently you're just waiting to hear back from the Adventurers Guild, or I should say Emon Vanellis, the guild master here in New Tempest, to reach out to you for your next mission. He has yet to do that, and again, he wants you to stay, fairly close to New Tempest. For if he does call for you, you're not far away. He has said you can take on guild quests that happen to be nearby or in New Tempest itself, but he does not want you leaving Londe or truthfully leaving too far out of New Tempest's outskirts. So with that, you're all up in the morning. What or where are you all meeting at this current moment? Are you all going to meet at the Quacking Donkey since it's right across the street? They also serve breakfast. Different crew in the morning, but they do serve breakfast and whatnot. There's no free breakfast at this inn you're staying at. Remember, you're in like the poorer parts of town.
Mhm. We all have just met up in the lobby, I'm assuming.
That's fine. Yeah, you can do that. Y'all meet in the lobby. You see everyone slowly waking and coming out of their rooms, meeting in the lobby of the inn. Yaito is sitting in the lobby already. He's waiting for you guys. He doesn't have a cup of tea or anything like that. He's just peacefully waiting for you guys. It looks like he's reading something.
Good morning, my comrades.
What's good about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not sleep well last night?
No. No, I didn't. When the past comes back to haunt you, it's kind of hard to sleep.
I see. You're still having difficulties about that discussion last night.
I've already made my decision, but it's hard. We went into this as a full party. Got to see my crew, to kind of talk
Absolutely.
about it. But we'll
And
cross that bridge when we get there.
and Thaddeus, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
That is, man.
Are you sure, Thaddeus? You know what? Never mind. Don't answer that. You are fine. Okay. Anyways, Isundra, how are you doing this morning?
Do I have to
I,
roll to see if I'm hungover?
Yes, make me a Constitution check.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes,
Or
sorry.
just a okay.
Or just do a Constitution, saving throw. 13, you're fine.
It's crazy. But I wasn't there for it, so I don't know
No,
what's
yeah, you have
happening.
no clue. How does Asundra come out of her room and greet?
She apparently comes out to like a barking. I don't know what her problem is. Um, she yawns and stuffs out, and she's like, "Oh, good morning."
So,
Oh, hello. Did you
Last
stay
night-
up?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Last night sure was a doozy.
Oh, what did you do? Did you stay late at the Quacking Donkey?
right, what does that mean?
Did you
Well,
get into trouble, Isundra?
it's not that I got into trouble necessarily.
I
It's
mean,
just that
it is you, Isundra. Am I not wrong, Damien? This is Isundra we're talking about.
I mean, yeah, but she knows not to go too crazy. I mean, I'm sure that drink put you down.
it's just that my friend showed up again.
Who?
You
Your
know the one
imaginary
I
friend?
He's not He's not imaginary.
I did see him before, but it took us a long time. At one point, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you hired somebody so we would stop making fun of you.
As
It's
soon
like,
as
why
sneaking
didn't you
some
show him
gold,
before? Right, like,
just
but
finds a random ass face. Take this gold.
but
Take this
I'm,
pixie dust. Pretend like you're my fucking patron.
you know, I'm happy that he came to visit. Did he come with any good news? Seems like everybody that comes from the past has something bad to say.
Actually, I need to talk to you about it. I don't know what to do.
Oh God.
Oh god, David's stressed.
Right.
What
Are
do
you
you
pregnant?
mean?
'Cause I wouldn't know what to do about it either.
But actually, I think Thaddeus could see him.
I could.
Wait, so
Oh yeah,
you
you
could see
guys
the
cast something, right?
No, he
N-
could just.
no,
Thaddeus has
Thaddeus has blind.
blind sight
Oh, oh,
or
nice.
whatever it was. Yeah, he can see like invisible
And
people.
only 10 feet away. It's only good for 10 feet.
So
Your
you are.
friend was. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say. So Napoleon Feyapart, he showed up again. Did he bring ill tidings or good news? Because it seems like he is a trickster of sorts.
Every time he shows up, it's bad news.
I am not surprised.
Great, just what we need. More bullshit. Now what?
He told me he wants me to get him something,
That's
but
vague.
but he said that Yatari is also going to ask for it. So if we go get it, if I don't give it to him, he will take my powers.
What proof does he? Do you have proof that he has the power to do that?
I mean, is
Well, that's how I got my powers.
Hmm. I say he's bluffing. I don't think he can.
But if he takes
But
my
I would hate to
powers,
take that risk and then you be dead weight on me, you know? So, what are we looking for?
said the star fell, and he wants the
Um,
oh,
star.
could it be from that shooting star that happened last night?
I was not. Can I roll a history check? 'Cause I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
because Damien did
I
not
don't
see
think
it.
you saw it,
No,
yeah.
Damien rolled a 17. So, Damien, you did not see it, but over the night, you have heard some people kind of whisper and talk about it off in the side. Not very many people did speak about it, but you heard someone or two talk about a shooting star. Could have been someone in the party, actually, but you remember someone talking about it.
Hmm.
Because I think
Sometimes
I
that-
said something about it.
Yeah, Sundra probably did.
Yeah, I mean, you are supposed to be able to make some type of weaponry and equipment. Stuff can really go for a nice penny.
But the problem is, I don't know why he wants it. I don't know what he's going to use it for. What if it's bad?
Well,
But if I lose my powers, then I can't
I
kill
don't
the
think
thing that killed my parents.
I don't think it'll be bad.
well, Thaddeus, you are a paladin, yes? I hear here in Thirister, paladins can sense evil presence. Did you sense this evil presence in this Napoleon when he spoke to Isundra? You were there, you saw, yes?
I did, yes. Well, I wasn't checking for evil presence, but he is disgusting little chit.
Goodness, Thaddeus.
No, he's not wrong.
I mean, it's not that part that disturbed me. It's just the vocabulary range behind Thaddeus. I never know what he's going to say. It's always surprising.
Mm. Not all paladins are squeaky clean, as they say.
I mean, as from your experience also states that as well. But you give a different impression when you speak of other things. So one can only be so sure.
Well, as much as I fight it, but some old habits mm, aren't easily to break.
I see, I see.
So, we do not know what Napoleon wishes to do with this falling star. But if you do not give it to him, he will take your powers away. I feel like there is no other option.
But what do we tell Yutari?
I do not know the answer to this.
Maybe there's enough for her and for us.
This is true. You know, it came from space. Shooting star typically is bigger than fist. Maybe we cut off a chunk for Yutari, take a piece for Napoleon.
As long as I get a cut, I'm good. That could be money. It doesn't have to be the stuff.
Make me another history check, Damien. A 10. That's base. Damon, I would say, with a 10, you would know that throughout your history of being rogue and just, trying to find the goods, where the money's at, as rare as a shooting star or star metal is, it has fallen before on Tirister a couple of times. And you do know there are extremely rare weapons made out of star metal that are worth thousands of gold. Star metal itself is worth a lot in the right hands.
Maybe Napoleon wants to make you stronger. He always complains about you being weak, right? Maybe he wants you to have that weapon.
But he's going to take it, so I don't think he's going to make it a weapon.
I don't think I just don't see what he's gonna do with it. But
He
we
wouldn't
can reckon
tell
with
me.
that when we get there. I just need something to take my mind off of you know what. By the way, I slept on it. I think I'm ready for that bitch to get hers. I'm ready to expose her. But
You
I
want to
can't
help
do
him?
it.
Are you saying you wish to give Tobias information?
You know me. If it means seeing that bitch go down, I'm gonna put my hand in the dirt.
But I do not mean to question your choice, Damien, but you are aware that the Skull Reaver. I will not. You are aware that this person has eyes many places. You're not worried about your family.
Of course, I'm always worried about my family. But
If
I know
we-
one thing. When we first met the Skull Reaver, we definitely had the right to be scared. But knowing what I know now, she's totally fucking beatable. We know more information about her now than we ever did. If there's a time to take her down, this is it. Otherwise, she's just gonna keep taking human after mortal and using them dry to do her bidding. She's an elf. She's gonna be here for fucking ever doing this shit. We can't let her win. We helped her take out her family. I didn't want to do that, but money. I'm not proud of it. If I could go back, I don't think I would have signed the contract, but that's besides the point. What's done is done. And now, I'm here to clean up my own mess. That bitch needs to go down.
We did sign the contract. What do you think will happen?
An NDA, the bitch gonna do, take me to court. I'll fight her ass first.
Yeah, Phoenix
I'll get
Wright
un-
and shit.
I don't remember. Did she
We
tell
gotta
us
see
what
what-
would happen?
We have to see what Kat and Eddie are. Think. I mean, it would just be us versus Camaros and Star Wars.
Yeah, she did say if you broke the contract, she would seek you out and she would not leave you alone. She will search the end of the earth for you.
She won't have to look far. Come fight me, bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to talk to Kat and Eddie, or Eddie R. Yeah, Eddie R about this. But Elroy's priority. I'll get back to Tobias later. Maybe I'll change my mind, but for now, I'm out for blood. She spilled enough of our party's blood to get her goals accomplished. You think she's losing sleep over us right now? Worrying about what we're going through after everything she put us through? I'm no one's bitch. She's gonna get what she deserves.
You do have a point. Perhaps we will discuss this another time in less public scenery.
You're damn right. And he looks around at all the bystanders. Get out my mouth. And he just starts walking outside.
Well, I guess we now know what we have to do. Let us go meet Yatari, yes? Aito
I
gets up
agree.
and he's gonna walk out as well. Does everyone follow?
Yes, Alaric
Yeah.
will follow.
Well, as soon as you all step out of the inn, you're on the streets, and not too long after you all step out into the fresh, bright, sunny day, off in the short distance down the road, you see Yatari waving. She is not running, but she's walking fairly quickly towards the party as she waves, and she eventually reaches you guys. Hey, morning, guys. How's it going?
Not bad.
Did,
Been
hey,
better, but not bad.
Did Tobias find you guys? He ran into me when I went back to the universities yesterday, and he requested to see you guys. I don't know if he did find you guys, but did you speak with him?
Unfortunately, yes.
Mm.
He found us.
Oh, okay. Well, did you guys finish the quest? Did you find the other adventurers? Sorry I couldn't join you guys. I had a lot to take care of.
Oh, about them. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound too promising, Damien.
It was not a promising situation, not for them. But, their families finally have some closure.
So they were all deceased, unfortunately, it sounds.
Uh-huh.
Well, such is the life of an adventurer, I guess. Did you hopefully get a decent reward?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
pretty nice haul.
Well, I actually just stopped by the Adventurers Guild looking for you guys. I thought you guys would be there bright and early, but no requests for new quests are posted on the board yet. I checked. And then I haven't heard anything from Iman Vanellis yet either. So I think we're kind of still free to do what we want to do.
Okay, Yatari. Hey, I'm in a good mood. I'll bet you 20 gold I know what you're about to ask me.
20 gold? How did you know I was going to ask something?
Can I roll deception?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty
14.
good. Let me make a roll. I rolled a 10 on her insight, so your deception is much better. I mean, you are right. I was going to ask you guys something. What? Sure. 20 gold's fine.
You want to know about that space medal, don't you?
How did you know?
And he sticks his hand out.
She looks over at the rest of the party. Did Damien find some kind of mind reading treasure while you guys were on that quest?
I want to do something, if it's all right.
What are you trying to do, Thaddeus?
Trying to stealthily cast Zone of Truth.
Why are you a nerd? You might as well be playing with Eddie or what is wrong with y'all? It's all in fun, you bastards. Yeah, roll a stealth.
All right.
You're gonna get caught. Oh,
That's very good.
19.
That's very good.
Damn, I can't roll shit to see if I can step out of it.
Well, he casted it silently.
Well, when did he cast it? Did he cast it after I said what I was gonna say, or because she didn't ask me
yeah.
a question, didn't she?
After when you were holding out the hand for gold.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Did she give it to me?
Hold on.
Well,
Me cast that real quick.
she does hand over the 20 gold, but she's asking, did Damien find treasure that reads minds or something? How did you know I was going to say that, Damien? She does hand you the 20 gold, though. She looks a little confused and upset.
Do I have to beat a spell save, or do I not know it's on me?
Let's see here. Let's see. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell for the first time on its turn you have to make a charisma saving throw. Oh, you had to beat a 13. You got a 10.
So I can't lie.
I mean, you have to basically, say truths.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Okay, so
I mean, you
what's the
can be
question?
evasive in your answers as long as it remains within boundaries of the truth. So, you can technically kind of talk your way out of it by telling the truth. You just can't straight up lie.
Yeah, you can ask your question. If I found a mind reading device, was that your question?
Yes. How did you know what I was going to say?
Heard it through the grapevine.
What do you mean you heard it through
Mm.
the grapevine? I didn't tell anyone else.
Mm, someone told me. A little birdie told me.
Okay. Well, okay, fine. It is about some star metal. I don't know if you guys saw it last night, but off to the west, out on the outskirts of the farmlands around New Tempest, there was a shooting star. You all remember my friend Barsora. She owns the blacksmith, the smithy. There be smoke. You remember her, right? The dwarf.
Yeah, the one with spiders and rats in her fucking basement.
Yeah, and Eddie R screamed rats when
Yeah,
we.
her shit was disgusting.
Yeah, it's nice and clean now. You guys.
Yeah, I bet. We
Well,
almost died to do it.
well, she's definitely offering us quite a deal, and I'd say I would ask you guys for her. Star Metal, if it is what it is that came out of the sky, that's the assumption. It is worth thousands of gold, even just a handful of it. Barsora wishes to take some of that, if we can find some, and make some weapons out of that metal, not just for herself. It's only going to increase the popularity of her smithy, but she has agreed if we find some for her, she will make us a weapon or two out of that same star metal. Or if we don't want weapons, she'll pay us handsomely for the share. I told her, why not? We can make some more gold or better weapons while we're waiting around New Tempest. It's not like we're doing anything else, right? I mean, we're waiting for Iman Vanellis to contact us, and it's not too far from New Tempest, so I don't think he'll care if we go looking for this metal.
I mean, you had me at worth thousands, and I
It
knew that
is.
already.
It is worth thousands, guys. I've studied star metal before at the universities. One chunk of it, the size of my palm, 50,000 gold.
Yeah, this is what I'd rather be spending my time hunting.
So what do you guys say? We go find it. I mean, Barsora has also offered to pay for an ox cart for us if we don't want to use Elroy's oxens.
No, not until he gets back. No one touches them.
Then, that being the case, Barsora has already set up a plan for us to take an ox cart to the designation. And you see, Itari pulls out a small piece of paper. Barsora has friends in many places, and I guess she spoke with someone, and these are the not exact, but close enough coordinates of where the star metal most likely fell. We already have a leg up on many other people that might be searching for it, but if we don't leave soon, we're going to be left behind. I guarantee you people left last night looking for this stuff.
That's my next question. Do you think it'll be crowded? We got to beat people there.
Yeah, possibly, which is why we should get the ox cart. Let's not go on foot.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Is everyone else okay with this?
I'm okay with the ox cart.
I say it's Addis' will.
You
She
say
looks-
what?
Addis's will.
Oh. You seem to nod her head. She's trying really hard not to speak in this zone of truth.
Fair enough. Yaito looks over. Very well. I will accompany you as well. I have nothing else to do. Well, Yutari, you do know where this ox cart is. Lead the way, and we shall venture to the west. Yutari nods. All right, cool. Well, if you guys are ready, let's go now. Did you guys eat and stuff already?
I mean, not really, but
We can grab something on the go. We can go to the cart station, grab a quick breakfast sandwich or something.
yeah, I can walk and eat. I'm a soldier. But I don't have much of an appetite, not like normal. Got a lot on my mind. But it'll be a long journey, so we should at least get stuff to stow. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, the 988 Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, through call, text, or online chat. Skilled, judgment-free counselors are available to provide compassionate support for whatever challenge you may be facing. To access additional resources and suicide prevention training opportunities, please visit the Franklin County Suicide Prevention Coalition's website at franklincountｙspc.org. Click the link in our bio for more information.
Sounds good. So as you all walk towards the ox cart station, Yatari has the coordinates in her hands. She looks over at the rest of you. If my memory serves me right, these coordinates are just a little on the outskirts of the farmlands, which it's going to be before we reach the Westfold Bridge, so not too far. If we have ox cart, it'll probably take us about half a day. With an ox cart, if it was on foot, it would probably take us a couple days, but I think we'll be fine with the ox
Wait,
cart.
she's gonna come with us?
Yeah.
Yatari or Barsura?
Yatari.
Oh.
Yeah, Yatari is.
Well, it makes it a lot harder if there's not enough to split.
You're going to have to think of a way, Asundra.
Damn.
I'm going to stress Asundra out.
I'd say, unless you have a spell you can cast on her.
Makes her go back to school.
Makes you go back to school.
Like it makes her forget she even wanted it.
So,
I mean, like I said, I want like some of it for money or for a weapon. Your imaginary friend can fight me.
Fight everyone.
Right. It's gonna be civil war for the ore.
Yep.
Right.
I was wondering if I could get a half hour before we leave.
Half hour? What do you mean?
Half an hour?
What, a nap?
We have to leave now. People already started going, Thaddeus. What do you need?
Very well.
What is it? What is it?
Well,
Is there something important on your mind?
I'll just do it on the way.
Are you sure? Because I don't want to hear you sighing and moaning and groaning while we're on the ox cart because we didn't give you 30 minutes.
Wait, does this
Damn.
person know Thaddeus?
Right.
Has Yutari met him before?
Actually, did she?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
she was
'cause
still with us.
She
Yeah,
was
'cause
going
she-
ham for a second, so I had to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Yatari did meet you guys when you first got back in New Tempest. I'm pretty sure. If not, then we'll just say she learned his name just from Damien saying it. Yatari is not shy when it comes to talking to people. I mean, y'all remember the episode where she fucking was about to stab the students for fucking with her.
Yeah, I remember. I'll just do it on the way.
Okay. So y'all head to the ox cart station, and once you get there, there's a dwarf standing around, and Yatari hands him this note that's folded up. He looks and opens he opens the note, looks down at it, starts reading it. He looks up at the party, and he just nods. All right. Your ox cart's been paid for. Come on, follow me. Looks like you know a good friend of mine, Barsora. Dwarf over there at There Be Smoke. She makes some fine weaponry. She also makes some sick-ass saddles for some of the horses I have. All right, I have an ox. Actually, wait a minute. Let me look at that note again. 2 oxen, along with an ox cart. Should be able to fit all of you. No problems. The deal is, it sounds like you're heading west towards that shooting star. You ain't the only ones. You might want to hurry. But you have the oxen until you get back from that designation or destination. Have a good one. Have a safe trip, and Careful out there because other adventurers, and I guarantee you probably some bandits, are on their way towards that destination. Keep my oxen safe, by the way.
They'll be the
Thank you,
safest people
sir.
there.
Better not be like the Dragon's Dogma ox cart.
Oh, goodness.
Goodness, oh, goodness. A griffin just comes sweeping down.
I got fucked up so much on that ox cart. You have no idea.
Yeah, resting is not for the weak on the ox cart.
That's funny. Yeah. Let's hope it's not like that, ox cart. Well, we don't know yet.
If it is, we're all dead.
Just a
The
random
ox is
cyclops.
dead. The cart's dead. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So you guys get onto the cart, and Yatari gets onto it. I am not the most skilled at animal handling. Do any of you know how to, like, properly steer oxen?
Yeah, move over. And Damien kind of gets on.
Oh.
Damien, I do also have a scroll for hold monster, if that
These are
helps.
not monsters. How dare you?
Oh,
Whoa, he's a little shy. I don't think he's used to someone so heavy on, but
12
hey,
on Damien's animal handling. So Damien, you
Sorry, I
are
didn't mean to
able.
click that.
You're fine. Damien, you're able to, grab the reins of the oxen and you begin to have them walk forward while everyone's on the cart. And so far, you're doing a great job at handling these oxen.
so you got a map, Yutari? Where are we even going?
Yatari looks. No, I don't have a map. I have just coordinates, but I know where these coordinates are. There's a forest to the west, very small forest. If we follow the main road westwards, past the farmlands, we eventually will be able to see the Westhold Bridge in the distance. We want to veer off to the north once we can spot the bridge, and there'll be a forest there. I guarantee we can't miss it, and there's probably already people there, so I'm sure we'll see others traveling there too.
No problem. As long as we can find us a chunk or two, should be all right.
I agree. So
Are we gonna fast travel?
yes, we'll fast
Okay.
travel here. So
Or can I roll a survival maybe to see if there's any like alternate paths there that haven't been taken, or if we see any footprints, get an idea of how many people are there already?
I'll allow that survival check once you're closer to,
Okay.
yeah, because you're still technically pretty far from it. I'll let you know once you're close enough to do that survival check. But
Cool.
right now, you're just now leaving the outer walls of New Tempest. Remember, New Tempest is a giant city surrounded by these tall ass walls with windmills all over the place. And as you exit the west gates, this all looks way too similar to at least Damien and Isundra. The two of you have taken this path before back in season 1 when you took on the quest to find or to slay some harpies. This is the same path you had to take to reach the cliffs to find those harpies, where you met Cletus Ray and you found his dead friend Lester and his hat. You remember that? So this is
Yeah.
very similar or familiar territory that the two of you have trekked before. But as you all leave the safe areas of New Tempest, you're now traveling along the main road on your ox cart. Again, with it being the main road, you're starting to pass many of the farmlands now on the outside of the city. Several people back and forth pass you on the main roads. You have travelers, adventurers, merchants, farmers, just going back and forth this main road. So that's why I didn't want you to use your survival check just yet, just because this main road close to the city, you're not gonna be able to find much other than just trampled main road. But as you guys are about 30 minutes from the city on the ox cart, you're deep now in farmland territory. You can still see windmills all around the farmlands. You can still see the walls in the distance, far distance of New Tempest. There is a guy that seems to be coming down the road after you've passed several. This is the only person you see now on the main road, but he seems to have a couple of horses leading this cart that he's on, or this buggy that has several farmed goods on the cart. He's heading towards New Tempest. And as he passes you guys, he tips his hat, but then his eyes stare at Damien and Isundra momentarily, and he waves at you, and he pulls on the reins of his horses. Hey, y'all remember me? I remember you too. We'll make some history checks to see if you know who this is. Oh,
I don't know this motherfucker from Adam. I've never seen this man in my life.
Should Alaric make a history check?
No, Alaric wasn't there for this, so it's just
Okay.
Damien and Isundra. So Isundra was an 18, Damien with a 5. Damien, you fucking do not remember who this is off the top of your head, anyways. Isundra remembers who this is, though. The man looking at you is a human male. He has the straw hat on. Isundra, you recognize the straw hat. You recognize this. He looks like he's a farmer, and he just waves and smiles. He's got this long wheat straw in his mouth as he's waving. It is Cletus Ray as he's waving to you. But Damien, you don't remember Cletus. I mean, you know Cletus, but you don't remember this guy to be Cletus.
Right.
But Isundra remembers him. Hey, y'all remember me? It's me, Cletus Ray.
What?
You do.
Whoa,
Y'all
wait.
were looking for my good old friend Lester. Remember? I told Lester not to look for them damn harpies. He went off to them cliffs with my damn hat. That's the hat I'm wearing now. Y'all found it for me, remember? And then my wife got on my business, and I told her to get back in the house. And then I started spilling the business on my fucking neighbors. And then because you found my hat and my dead friend Lester, I gave you guys a good old basket of vegetables. You know that cat boy, he took on them veggies. Did he ever like them veggies? He almost threw up when I gave him them vegetables. Y'all remember me now, right?
I do.
Of
Ooh,
course.
wait, you need to start wearing sunblock or something because you look a lot older. It's good to see you, though, man.
No, it is what it is. You're out here in the fields farming in the sun. That's what
Oh, yeah.
happens. You got
Oh,
some
yeah.
spare lotion on you?
Nope. Ozone ain't what it used to be. Gotta stay strapped. Nothing to spare, my guy.
Yeah, no, so not to stole the wife into the house.
I do got a question for you, though.
What's your question?
I know you're not the most tech-savvy guy, but have you heard anything about the space medal?
Y'all
Everyone's
talking
been-
about that damn shooting star? I have not fucking seen anything about that shit other than people walking down my damn house, my yard, looking for this shit. It is not close to my house. There's a lot of people heading west. Is that what y'all looking for right now? Because if that is, you guys got a lot of competition. You are far behind.
Good to know.
But you
Appreciate
know
it.
what? I hear them city folk talk about star metal like it's worth pretty gold. How much that stuff go for?
What do you care? You don't sound interested.
Oh no, I ain't interested. But you know, it's news. It's something to talk about.
You bored as hell.
That's
All
right, I'm
we
bored
got
as fuck.
places to go. Like you said, we're pretty behind. But it was great to see you.
It was good to see you. But you know, I'm just telling you now, if you're gonna follow to the west where that shooting star was, I wouldn't take the main roads. You're gonna come across many people going after the same thing. If you won't be the first ones, good old Cletus Ray knows a shortcut to that area.
How do we know he's not like wrong?
I ain't wrong. You just know.
How do you know where it is?
I don't know where it is. I saw what I saw, though. Well, I didn't see it. My wife saw it. But I know what my wife saw. She told me. Look, all I know is it fell in the west. And all I know is traveling the west on the main road's not fun. If you come near my house, travel west from my house, go up north along the cliffs of Zephyr Bay, keep going west from there, I guarantee you'll hit it before the main road does.
All right. You can come with us if you'd like.
Oh, hell no. I got to deliver these goods to New Tempest. I got to make my gold.
Good. I ain't want to have to drop you back off.
Nah,
To the
I ain't
west.
about that life.
I'm
Hey, it was good seeing y'all. Who, by the way, where's that cat boy and that one fella with the blue armor? What was his name again? I don't remember. Eddie? Good old Eddie.
Yep, that's enough.
Where they at?
They're out handling some official crew business, if
Oh,
you
they
will.
all handling business, making some gold.
Sure.
Oh, okay. That's cool with me. You know, I'm a man of work. I work hard for my gold. Speaking of which,
Heard.
you won't buy any of these veggies in my cart?
Nope.
I'll give you one for a cheaper discount than them city folk up in New Tempest.
Yeah, they got brown spots and shit. I'm good.
What do you mean they got brown spots and shit? I just washed them this morning.
What do I need? A insight?
Yeah, roll me an inside, bitch. My veggies clean as fuck.
I'm weak 15.
Wait, what?
Them motherfuckers soft. They got
Wait.
give to them.
Wait, are you trying to do more of an investigation?
Yeah, I just want to see if these are at quality veggies.
Yeah, do me an investigation instead.
I'll support local
Okay,
farmers.
22.
It
So
can't be no trash.
You with 22, you look down that man's vegetables. He's got some wheat, he's got some carrots in there, some corn. You know, they're actually pristine looking veggies. They look pretty good. Cletus Ray ain't no joke. He is a good farmer.
All right.
That's right. My vegetables proved your eyes wrong, did they not? I told you. I am Cletus Ray. My veggies pristine as fuck.
Yeah, they're nice. They just
Don't
have
ever
a little
question
dirt on
Cletus
them.
Ray's farm.
Hey, bro, shut up. I'm trying to support your small business. All I'm saying is maybe you should clean them off a little more. You got to eat with your eyes first. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were clean this morning. This is what happens when you travel the main road with your veggies in the car. Sometimes dust gets in there.
You need a bag of holding, dude. How much of this get me? He gives them 3 gold.
Oh, he looks down 3 gold. You can take your pick over there, 5 pounds, whatever you need. Actually, no, make it 10 pounds. If you want to mix and match, be my guest. Wheat, corn, and what I say it was, carrots.
You got some turnips over here?
What about you, big strappy young lad? You got that thick ass armor over there. What are you, a knight? Looks like you can use some vegetables. Would you like to buy some too from good old Cletus Ray?
Don't be harassing my party, Cletus. All right, Damien has like a handful of shit and he just puts it all in the cart. All right, it's my good deed for the day.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I forget your name, sir. What was your name again?
Damien today.
Damien. Thank you so much, Damien. You made a farmer proud. Thank you for shopping locally.
You're welcome.
You now have a good day, sir. He tips his straw hat at you. He looks over at the rest. Y'all have a good day, too. I'll stop harassing you. Y'all have a good luck. Remember now, get off the main roads. Travel north towards my home. From there, travel westwards along the cliffs near Zephyr's Bay. Can't miss it. You'll find whatever you're looking for, hopefully much faster than those taking the main road.
I'll be sure to remember you if I do.
I hope you do. I remembered you, did I now? Now, I got to get going. You know, I got to be back home before it gets too late. Wife gets kind of mad at me if I stay in the city too long. She don't like me around them city folk. She says sometimes they the devils.
You ain't wrong about it.
That's right. My wife knows what's up. All right, now, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Let the Octatic Divines guide your path.
What?
The Octatic Divine.
Oh, oof. I got a flashback. I thought it was
I say?
No, I just listened too fast. I thought it was some wrestler shit. Never mind. Nothing. I was like, how do you make it to this part of the town?
A wrestler? You talking about that wrestlerism?
How do you know about wrestlerism?
How do you know about wrestlerism?
I don't.
That's a cult here in these parts. We don't.
I just heard that in the bar, man. You know people talk.
You know that damn wrestler? I heard that man was driven away to the lands of Shire. He said, I praise thee, that of wrestlerism. He said, there is only one God out there, and I heard that come from someone else's mouth. I about suck punch them. I said, it's all about the Octatic Divine. We do not do that shit here, some one-only God type shit. Nah, Octatic Divine rules off Tiersta, along with the Heptatic Evils. But, you know, good old Cletus Ray, he stays far away from them evil fellas.
I'm sorry, I just misheard. My head, I'm not quite right. There's a lot going on, man. But, yeah, stay blessed and all that shit.
As I said, Let the Octatic Divine guide your path, and hopefully you find that star medal and get rich. And when you do get rich, remember, good old Cletus raised veggies.
Open you a Whole Foods if I get rich.
Well, that'll be nice. Open up near the them city folk. You know how them city folk like them nice and posh veggies. You can sell them anything. They'll believe it for a high price.
I'm sorry, but we must be getting going.
I was also going to say I do believe we have more pressing matters to attend to.
Thaddeus is like, I didn't get my 30 minutes. I'm sure as fuck not
I'm
sitting here listening
weak.
to Cletus Ray.
Weak as fuck.
All right, y'all. Like I said, good luck. Have a good day. Hopefully, I see you on your way back with that star medal now. Now, if you find it, watch out for them thugs and them thieves. Them bandits try and take it from you. Good day now.
I'm the thug and the thief.
Oh,
You
you
ain't
the
gotta
thug.
worry about me.
Oh, so you the good, bad, and ugly.
That's a good one. Tell another one.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye. Yeehaw, let's go. He takes the reins of his horses and he just keeps going towards New Tempest. Do you
By
guys
the way,
take
it was-
the path that he... Oh, go ahead, Rod.
I was about to say, by the way, it was 10 minutes, not 30. I read that wrong.
10
I had
minutes
the
what?
numbers. As far as the flying steed, that's what he was
Oh.
going to do.
Oh, okay. Fine steed. You can do
Yeah.
that while you're on the ox cart, I guess.
That's what he was going to do. Yeah.
Okay. So you take the path Cletus told you guys, or you continue going down the main?
No, I'll take the shortcut. And if he's wrong, I'm gonna fuck him up. Can I roll something to see if he's like if I know better?
You can
than
do
that?
you can do an insight check to see what he was.
Oof.
You believe him.
Don't know better.
Yeah, you don't
Lord.
know better. You do believe him.
All right.
But
Does anyone else want to believe him?
Did he talk to all of us or just Damien?
He was just talking in general, but
he
if
was
you
just talking
heard
in
what
general.
he said,
Yeah, he wasn't like whispering or anything. 17 insight. Isundra, you didn't get like any type of body motion or movement from him that would, make you think he was lying or trying to deceive you guys. That is
well, I don't think it was deception. Like, just if you happen to know more about the area, you could be like, I don't think that's true, type thing. But
I see what you're saying. So
yeah, but if it is a shortcut, I'm down.
So along the main, as he mentioned, if you follow the path along the coast of Zephyr Bay, which is to the north, you are kind of saving some time by cutting up and then over versus taking the main road, which the main road does have a lot of turns and curves that you have to go around certain areas. So you will save time. He wasn't wrong.
Okay, cool.
Because, yeah, you won't have to go around certain hills and whatnot down the main road. You'll probably save a good couple, maybe I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours versus taking the main road, which is a pretty big deal since you're trying to get there fast.
Sweet. All right.
But yeah, all of you know that he wasn't lying, or like you understand that why he told you to go that path. It makes sense to all of you why he would say that by knowing the layout of the land near New Tempest. So as you take the path towards Cletus Ray's home, you continue westward from there, following the outskirts of the cliffs on the north side that leads into Zephyr's Bay, where you fought the Harpies and where Nomu ate the kobolds. 10 minutes quickly go by. If you want to describe what you're doing, Thaddeus, to the rest, because I don't think we've ever done this on the podcast before. What you're about to do.
You just see, well, yeah, you'll see Thaddeus just kind of chanting, kind of mumbling to himself, as like he's in a somewhat of a trance as he's summoning a warhorse.
Yaito looks over at you, Thaddeus. He's sitting across from you. Hello, friend. You are talking to yourself. Are you summoning? Are you casting a magic? What are you doing?
I'm sorry, but please don't interrupt. But yes, I am summoning Clyde.
You are summoning Clyde. Well, I will ask less. So, your warhorse, when you summon it, how does it take form and shape when you summon your war?
You said it's big Clydesdale. It looks kind of a smoky blue. The mane of it's kind of almost sparkly, like almost like a gem type. Like I said, it looks like a Clydesdale, but it looks off. It looks kind of like it does. You can tell it doesn't belong on this plane.
So it's coming from another
Yeah, it's
plane.
coming
It's not
from
it's not from the material plane.
from like like from the land of the Fae.
So as your warhorse appears, I'm assuming next to the ox cart, because it's obviously not going to appear in the cart. You all can see this ripple in space just begin to open. A tear opens next to you, and almost immediately you all spot it and are probably freaking out. But within seconds of that tear opening, you see this warhorse steed slowly step out, shining brightly. And as it steps out, the shine or sheen on it slowly dwindles. And there is now this warhorse that is walking alongside the ox cart next to you guys. Do any of you say or do anything about that? Because this is the first time I think you have seen this. It's a paladin skill, actually.
Damn. Kind of dope.
Thaddeus, do you like jump off the ox cart onto your steed?
Yes, he will do that.
No,
Okay.
you gotta roll for that. Who you flexing on over here?
I'll roll for it.
Make me a roll. Make me a. Go ahead and do either an athletics or an acrobatics. Most likely an athletics, because you're basically trying to get off the ox cart while it's moving onto your horse.
I mean, he alright.
Yeah, I mean, you're not fancy by any means.
He
with
ain't
an
fall,
11. You
right?
didn't fall. Yeah, you just get
He-
you just step off and get on.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to be fancy. No, he wasn't trying to be fancy by any means.
Okay. Yaita looks over you. You were able to summon a horse this whole time, Thaddeus. Why did you not summon it last night after we left the cave? We could have carried some things on it. Or, yeah.
No one asked.
Thaddeus, I don't think anyone else would have known that was a power that you had.
I mean, it's
Now, it is possible that I would possibly know that paladins are capable of such powers, but no one would know your capabilities and what knowledge you have.
Do you plan to leave us in the dust? You're going to ride off?
Yatari looks at
No.
Thaddeus. You're trying to get there before us, aren't you? You're trying to keep the medal to yourself. She draws her dagger.
Oh my god.
Whoa, Damien.
Whoa, calm down.
He jumps off the oxen and he gets in Yatari's face. All right, little girl. We agreed to help you, but what you're not going to do is cause turmoil within the group.
She sighs and sheathes
That
the
ain't
dagger.
shit.
Sorry. She puts her two hands up to both her ears, begins to rub their earlobes. Woosa. Woosa. Woosa.
I follow Addis. Got a fortune. I would not do anything to rob or steal. Fortune is for all.
Well, how long does this horse stick around, Thaddeus? Is it like indefinitely? Is it for one day?
So he needs rest, which I'll say when he needs rest.
Very good.
Can.
I'll say when my horse needs rest.
Right. He'll sleep when I tell him to.
Jesus. Real quick, Damien, since you're the one like that jumped out when Yatari drew her blade, you were kind of like facing the opposite way of the direction you're heading. So you can kind of see like behind the cart, like behind your whole party. Make me a perception check. 14, that's pretty good, Damien. As you're talking with everyone and, jumping in front of Yatari. Off in the distance, not too far, but not too close, you do notice there are 4 individuals on horseback riding towards the party. And with a 14, you can tell from the current distance they're at, you know that they're well armed. They have armor and weaponry on them, but they're not drawn or anything. They're just riding fairly quickly on horseback. 4 of them.
Okay. I don't know who the fuck do you think they are? Or do they look like they're gonna slow up and stop, or are they like trying to drive right past
It
us?
looks like they're just going to try and ride past you guys
Hmm.
from the looks of it. They're not like hot on your tail behind you. They're kind of off to the side as if they're going to run past you.
Do they look like they're on the same path as us, the shortcut, or are they
Yeah,
going the
it
regular way?
does. It does look like they're on the same path as you.
Please Ray telling other people.
We should try to race them.
You know that with them being on horseback, you have 2 oxen with a cart. They're definitely going to be much faster than you.
Doesn't mean they'll find it. They know exactly
That's
where
true.
it is.
That's very
Let's
true.
just keep going. We can't afford to stop. There's people coming.
Yatari looks over. What do you mean people are coming? She goes, oh, they just Ray tell other people.
If you be on your best behavior and stop pulling your damn dagger on people. Now let's go.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do I make this motherfucker go faster?
Yaito just goes, this is why I miss Elroy. He would know what to do with oxen.
Facts.
So as you guys are continuing forward, eventually the group of 4 individuals do get closer to you guys, and they do, swerve off to the side, so they're not like running into you. But as they swerve off to the side, they are now coming up next to you on Thaddeus's side. So Thaddeus, you see these 4 people on horseback come up next to you. They slow down, not too much, but as they slow, they look over at the party, and you see 3 of them, well, actually all 4 of them have these cloaks around their shoulders that is billowing in the wind as they were riding down on horseback, but they are all armored in heavy armor. All of them except 1 have helmets. You can't really see their faces very well, but each and every single one of them has a different weapon on them. One has a great sword, another has an axe. But the one that stands out of the 4 is the one in golden, pristine looking armor. He stands out significantly more than the other 3. The other 3 are wearing pretty basic, nothing fancy armor on them. Some of their armor is rusted a little bit. But the one in the pristine golden armor, you can tell almost, I won't make anyone roll for this. You can tell almost immediately that he wants people to see what he's wearing. Like, he's got this cloak, but it's not covering much. He's allowing you to see his golden armor. And he's not wearing a helmet. Instead, he has like a half helm that's only covering his forehead, that goes around like his skull, but it keeps the top of his head open. He has this long, probably I'd say mid-back length that goes to the middle of his back, long brown silky hair that's flowing in the air as he's riding by. He is more of a pretty boy, more so than a rough-looking male, but he does have some high charismatic features about him as he rides. He's got this long sword that is sheathed on his waist, on his left side of his waist, and he has a shield on his back. And as they ride past you, the 3 are surrounding him as if they were his bodyguards. They all slow down just enough to look over at the party, and the 3 kind of just keep pace with the guy in the center. And the man in the center in the golden armor looks over at the party, and he slowly waves his hand. Hello. Good day. Where might you all be heading to?
I don't really see why I have to tell you that, and I don't think it's your business.
Fair enough. I, if you don't know who I am Ronaldir Harrington. I hail from New Tempest. Noble. Very well known. Ever heard of me?
No.
No.
I mean,
What
I'm
did
I
you-
afraid
guess
not.
You can make a
Right.
history check.
I
if
guess
you
I
want-
did. I
if you want.
have.
You have to roll a decent one. So Damon with an
20.
18, you know who he is, or you at least heard of him. Isunder with a 10, you have no clue who the fuck this guy is. Thaddeus, a 20 on your history, you definitely know who this guy is. Alaric, an 8, you don't know who he is, Alaric. He is not like super well known in New Tempest, but he is one of the noble houses. He comes from one of the noble houses in New Tempest. And with an 18 and 20, both Thaddeus and Damon, you have heard of this guy. You may not have met him in real life or in person, but you know of him. You've heard news about him. I'd say Thaddeus with a 20 and you being in New Tempest a lot, you definitely have seen him in person. He is definitely your fuckboy type of person. He's kind of like an asshole noble who prances around with all this fancy gear and armor because he's rich. And
Basically, one of Thaddeus's old circles.
there you go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So it's even perfect.
Not
That
the
makes
frat
sense to you
boy
to have a
from
20.
back in the college days. Like,
Basically,
Yeah. Y'all part of the same frat house.
something like that.
But he just looks at you. Don't you know who I am?
By that hideous gold, I could tell.
Hideous. My armor is worth thousands more than yours, good sir. But I, Ronald Deere Harrington, I'm heading towards the Shooting Star location. Is that by any chance where you are going?
Why does it matter to you?
Oh, it matters a lot, because if you are my competition, then I have to beat you there to it, don't I?
Never were competition, but it's just an obstacle.
Hmm. You're such
In the
a...
event that we happen to get there at the same time, then what? Because we ain't leaving without what we came for.
Neither am I.
Well,
I'm
shit.
sure we can strike a deal of sorts. Your party here looks, as he looks at the group, I don't spot really a noble within this group. Adventurers, I'm assuming, looking to enrich their pockets. I'll strike you a deal if you do come across it before me. Trust me. But I, Ronald Deere, always gets what I want.
Yeah, I don't make deals with strangers. I've done enough of that in my day.
Well,
He's strange, now stranger.
well, this is good to meet you all. And he looks over at the party again. Interesting group you have. And he does one of those, he like throws his head to the side so his hair can wave as he brushes his hand across his face. Kind of like the Fabio shit, those hair commercials area, or L'Oreal commercials, hair commercials.
Bitch, whatever. Damien like ducks down and just lifts up and his wig is on. The fuck? My shit is nice too.
Your wig may be nice, but my hair is real. Facts.
Mine is
I'm
too.
sorry, sir. Don't you have more pressing matters to attend to? Like
Right,
that shooting
human.
star you were just talking about earlier?
Excuse me, who are you?
I am Alaric Silverwind, if you must know.
Never heard of you. What kind of
I
family
never
do you
heard of
come
you.
from?
So what does that matter?
Because you are probably an outlander. You've probably lived in the woods your whole life.
I'm wasting my time speaking with you. Let's press on then.
I could pull
What,
off more
what
hair
is wrong
colors
with
than you.
that?
There is nothing wrong with living out in the wild. I'm just saying.
I feel offended. I
If-
haven't said anything.
If you must know, I am a high elf and of the Twilight Cleric Association.
Oh, what do you want? A badge and a star for your participation points? A high elf means nothing to me. I am a noble. High elves.
I can definitely tell you're not a ride or die type of guy here.
Ride or die. Why would I be ride or die? I do all the riding, not the dying.
That's sus, bruv. What you writing, bruv? You know what? That's not even my business. Come on, y'all. Before I get mad.
He just waves his head again. Well, good luck to you all. I guarantee you I'll be the first to find the star metal.
Don't you get tired of
Charge!
waving your hair around like that?
He ignores you and just as he pulls the reins, he goes faster and his three guards follow him, and you can see them. They are now outpacing your ox cart with their horses.
What a rude man.
Yeah, well,
Hmm?
let's get a move on. If he does happen to beat us there, we'll just beat their asses and jack them for what they found.
Well, isn't he going in the wrong direction?
I don't know.
He is going in almost the same direction as you guys. Not
There's
exactly.
only one way to
but
find out.
he like to look at you all. I know I am still new here to Tirister, but the nobles here in Tirister I have not met very many. Avirus being one of them, but this one is this common for nobles to act like this? Back in the Shy, I think the word wouldn't be noble, something different, but back in the Shy, they're much more respectful, not so showboaty.
Yeah, I mean, any real noble wouldn't be out here digging in the ground for shit, but I digress.
Well, you know,
You know what, Thaddeus?
yeah, I don't want to talk about my past.
Oh, did you know him?
We were classmates at one point at the academy.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that.
I'm more sorry about myself for being more like him.
It did not seem that he knew who you were, Thaddeus. Maybe he just was not paying attention.
Yeah. Well, uh, no worries. Let's not talk about it. Let's just.
You brought it up.
I'm sorry I did.
Yatari just raises her hand. Facts!
You know what? It's fine. We get distracted way too easily.
You're right. Let's just stay focused on the mission.
So you guys continue traveling. This is where we'll do the fast travel. Go ahead now and make me that survival check, Bri. 13. So as you get closer to the coordinates that Yatari is leading you all to, with your survival check, you definitely can tell that the path you're on is the least traveled. You do know there are some footprints from the horseback, from the riders that just passed you. You know it's fresh. It's definitely from Ronaldir Harrington and his crew. But other than that, you do have an understanding that no one else other than your squad is following this path. You can tell that you're getting closer because off in the distance, you see a forest. And that is most likely the forest where the shooting star fell. But make me make me a perception check.
Shit.
Oh, all right. With a 4, you don't notice anything. Isundra went ahead and made one with a 14. Isundra, I will say with a 14, and it looks like Alaric rolled an 8. So Alaric doesn't notice it either. Thaddeus, you're more than welcome to roll 1 if you want. But if not, Isundra rolled high enough to spot what I'm about to describe. Off in the distance, you can see, you're still fairly far from the forest. But Isundra, you notice there are what looks like people gathering in the distance on the outskirts of the forest. You can kind of make out some tents, maybe. You just can't tell. You're still pretty far. But the fact that you can see some possible makeshift tents and maybe some people staying around, your assumption is that that is exactly where you need to be with that many people being out there. But they're off on the other side of the forest entry, opposite from where you guys are. Off on the side.
Good. Look at all these people we're going to have to beat.
We fought a lot tougher opponents.
I meant beat there, but I also beat
Oh.
them.
David's like, we'll kill him.
Ugh, it's true though, but again, if we gotta jack somebody.
Well, you guys eventually get there. Once you reach the forest, you do come across an entry point into the forest that no one else has really gone into. But off in the distance, you do see a gathering of several people that are standing around. They're making tents, but you don't notice anyone really going into the forest, which might draw questions. What does the party do?
Could we roll to see if any of us have been in this forest before or have heard anything about it?
Yeah, you can roll history. 18. I mean, it's not a well-known forest by any means. It's not like, what was it? It's not like the Hollow Woods or anything like that where you first were in season 1. It's not really a named forest. It's a very small section. But you've seen this forest every now and then when you pass it on the main roads. But there's nothing about it that, to your knowledge, and same for Alaric, there's nothing about this forest that you can think of that would be dangerous. It's a pretty small area, much smaller forest than the Hollow Woods, for example. There's no known temples or ruins or anything like that in these forests. Pretty plain.
Shit. That's a good thing. Everybody camping, they're tired. I'm not.
So do you all move into the forest? Do you go like
Yatari, let me see those coordinates. Are we close?
Yatari opens the coordinates again. Wait, let me take a look. She holds out her hand and she casts a spell, and you can see this compass like energy appear above her hand, and it points straight into the forest. We're pretty damn close. Not there just yet. We're gonna have to go into the forest. I'm thinking it's almost center of the forest, actually. Pretty spot on.
All right. Forward.
Do you guys just go into the forest, or do you try and like ask questions of what people are doing?
I mean, I don't want to talk to my opponents, but the rest of the party is probably more friendly.
No, because they're looking for it too. We don't want to.
Right.
What are they going to tell us?
Exactly. The fuck off.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Well, maybe we could do it in a more perceptive way. As I could talk to one of them as a passerby and see if they could can give me any more information.
This is not a bad idea. I mean, yes, they might be looking for it as well, but they are not our enemies. They might have information we don't know of yet. They did beat us here. They might know something we do not.
Yeah, so like can I walk up to one of them and do a persuasion or
Oh yeah, by all means, yeah.
so hello traveler, can you tell me what are you doing around here?
So Alaric, you jump off the ox cart, you head to the closest party near you. Again, everybody, and there's probably about, I'd say, anywhere from 50 to 60 people outside this forest now, setting up camp, tents. A lot of them are discussing. You see people in circles talking to one another. Most of the people that you see here are not like fighters or knights or adventurers, really. They're more so just like, a lot of them look like straight up farmers or miners coming here to try and make bank. But you walk up to a group of 2 individuals talking to one another. There's a dwarf and an elf talking to one another. And as you present yourself with a 14 persuasion, you come across politely. With persuasion, you're able to strike up a conversation. They don't fear you or anything like that. The dwarf and elf look at you, and the dwarf looks up at you, Alaric. Oi, traveler. Here for the star medal as well?
Oh, I wasn't aware that there was a quest going on around here.
Ah, yes. By the looks of it here, a lot of the people back here, the elf here next to me is my buddy. Two of us came here looking for the star medal, but a bunch of the folk behind me all doing the same thing. Apparently, there's a shooting star last night. Rumor has it it's fallen here in this forest. Well, it's not rumors any longer. We had people go in the forest. I'm gonna warn you right now, if you're trying to get through it, stay out of it. I'm not saying it because I want you to not get to the medal, but people have gone in there and died. Unfortunately, there is a pack of ogres in that damn forest, landed in their camp. They're not handing that medal over to anyone. And there's not a lot of us out here that are fighters or skilled to take on a group, let alone a pack of ogres in their hometown here. Don't know how many ogres are in there, but definitely more than 5. You know, all of us out here could probably take on an ogre or 2, but when you have a pack of ogres that made camp in this forest, a lot of people are afraid to go in there after a couple of us got killed. So if I were you,
So,
I'd stay out of there.
thank you, sir, for the information. I have one more question for you. Can you tell me, how did so many people learn of this medal or shooting star that happened, or how does everyone know that this shooting star would come with treasure?
Oh, well, lad, you don't know much about star metal, do you? No one knows if it's really star metal or not, but that's what everyone's assuming it's going to be. Star metal can get you a pretty gold, thousands and thousands of gold if you're lucky. If we're not lucky, ends up being some space junk that we can't do anything with. But if it's star metal, it's gold in our pockets. A lot of people saw the shooting star last night. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of us are from all around here. New Tempest, all the way from Brunswick, even good old, good old Deercrest. People coming through these parts.
I
And
see. So I wasn't aware that star hunting was such a popular thing around here.
it's not necessarily popular. It's rare. That's why everyone's here. Doesn't happen very often. Once every, I don't know, few decades this happens. That's why star metal goes for a lot of gold, especially those that make weapons out of them.
And what else can you tell me of the travelers that walked in there? The ones you said that they didn't make it out alive?
There was a couple of us went in there first. Luckily, it wasn't my friend and I. 3 of them went in there. Only one came out. He told us what happened. No one is brave enough to go in there to find out if they're speaking the truth. He had blood all over him. Didn't look very good. Broken arm. Definitely signs of an ogre hitting him somehow, some way. But a group of these 4 individuals, one wearing gold armor, that came by here recently, they said they'd take care of the ogres. I don't trust them though. I think they're here for the medal as well.
I'm sorry, did you say a man of gold armor?
Yes, called
Did he like to
himself.
flaunt his hair?
Yes,
Did he have long hair?
long brown, silky, smooth hair with golden armor. Called himself noble of kinds. I don't follow the nobles. I don't know
Oh
what his name was.
goodness. Okay. Thank you for your information, kind sir.
Of course. And we're all out here discussing what to do next. A lot of us are willing to fight ogres, but we have to have adventurers like yourself that are willing to help us. Not a lot of us are fighters. We didn't come here to die. But it looks like you are a strapping young lad in armor. It looks like you have a weapon on you. Are you pretty skilled in combat? Are those your friends back there?
Yeah, yes, I'm a Twilight cleric.
Oh, a cleric. Oh, very good. You might want to go heal that poor lad that came out of there. He has a broken arm and everything.
I'll go.
Larry, what's taking you?
I'll be right over. Someone needs assistance.
I need assistance. We're running out of sunlight. That dick will beat us there. And then we'll have done all this for nothing.
Well, maybe if we considered our conversations we had earlier, we would have more time here.
Damien just throws his arms up.
I'll be over just shortly. I just so thank you, sir. I'm going to go talk with my party. And is the man still conscious or is he unconscious right
He's
now?
still conscious, but he's in his tent.
Okay, I'll be sure to see with him shortly.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sure he would appreciate it.
Okay, so it appears the golden nobleman is here, and
Duh.
in addition to that, there are ogres in the forest, and where the star metal is located. And it's a pack of ogres, not just one, and a group of miners or farmers that were here previously already attempted to retrieve the metal, but only one came out alive, and barely at that.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you what I noticed based on looking around this camp. These people suck. Look at their equipment. Look at them. They're not built for this shit, man. We are. I'm not scared of ogres, and I'm definitely not scared of Pretty Boy. So, what I am afraid of, though, is us getting there and there's absolutely nothing left. I'm good at stealing from people, but I would have to take their whole party down to do it, which means we're all fighting today. Which I don't know if that was the plan, but let me guess. You signed up to help someone.
Well, I am a cleric, and I must heal someone in times of need.
Goodness.
It would only be just a moment. Afterwards, we can head to the forest.
Somebody should head ahead. Just so we've got somebody there.
I'll do it.
Thaddeus, do you volunteer?
I'll do it.
Ah, very good, that is.
You know where you're going? Or are you just gonna look around?
Pretty sure I can find it.
All right.
Itari stands up. I'll go with Thaddeus. I have the coordinates.
Let me look at them. See if I can memorize them.
She hands you the coordinates. Here, I memorized them already. You keep them.
Cool.
All right. I'll go with Thaddeus. Is anyone else want to come with us?
Yeah. I don't want to be here and play Nurse Betty.
It will only be just one moment, please.
Fine.
Okay, so is anyone else heading out, or should I talk to the one survivor?
No, go talk to him.
Okay. So Alarg heads to the remaining survivor's tent.
Yep, you find him there. He's lying there in pain and agony. He's rolling around in his sleeping bag. His arms, you can see his arm is broken. He's
Agony.
bleeding out. Oh,
You don't take your weak ass home.
Can I do a cantrip, or do I have to cast a spell?
You would have to. So there's no healing cantrip. So you would have to cast at least a cure wounds on him, or a healing word, something.
Okay.
All right. So you do a cure wounds at level 1, I'm assuming. So go ahead and roll a d8 plus your spell modifying. So go ahead and roll how much HP you restore to him real quick. This will determine how good your heal is for him, and it will determine some other outcome for you.
Okay.
So you should have your cure wounds on your front of your character sheet. You can just roll. Should be where your attacks are and stuff. All right.
Oh goodness.
No, 4 is good. I mean, these guys aren't fighters. They're not like level 5 characters. These are just townsfolk. They're level 1. 4 is a lot of HP for a level 1. As you enter his tent, he's wreathing in pain, and he looks at you. As you begin to heal him, his broken arm slowly begins to mend itself with your healing touch. And he looks up at you. Cleric, thank you so much. But I don't have a lot of gold to pay you.
Oh, that's all right, sir. I'm just glad that you are safe. Can you tell me what happened in the forest?
Oh, by all means, a group of ogres. My friends and I were searching for the star metal. We came across it. It's a lot. It's not a handful. It's a giant rock of it. A boulder of star metal. It can be split between everyone here in the camp. That's how much there is. But it fell in the camp of a group of ogres. At least 5 to 6 of them. One of the ogres, heavy armor. It knew what it was doing. It led the others like it was their champion. Smarter, faster, stronger than the others. It's the only one that wears a helmet. Keep your eyes peeled out for that one. He is their leader, but there is about 5 to 6 of them. No more, no less. They mean business. It's their home. They've set up camp, and they want to keep the metal to themselves. They don't want any of us to take it from them, and they will fight to the death for it.
Can you tell me how your party was ambushed?
We came across the camp. No ogres. When we entered the camp, there were traps. These aren't ordinary ogres. Ogres don't lay traps like the ones we came across. Hidden traps on the ground, underneath the leaves. Rope traps, pit traps. One of my buddies got yanked up by some rope. As soon as he got yanked up, a log with spikes on it came out of behind the trees, knocked him out, killed him almost immediately.
Damien's gonna start to approach the tent while he's talking.
As I said, these ogres are smart. Do not take them lightly because they're ogres.
Thank you, sir. I'll let you rest.
Thank you so much for healing my arm.
Oh, you are very welcome. Damien, I have some news to tell of our party about the ogres. They're more than just the ordinary ogre that we may encounter in the wild.
I heard him. So yeah, they've got a leader. That's pretty common.
In addition to the traps that we need to be aware of.
Yeah, the good news is a lot of people went ahead of us. They probably triggered a lot of the traps. Some of them are probably dead. That's awesome. But the bad news is we did send Thaddeus and Yutari, a student, out into a horde of ogres, so we should probably fucking go.
Do you trust Thaddeus would be aware of the traps or have some insight on that?
I mean, the guy acts like he knows his stuff. He seems pretty capable. Yutari, though, she's still green. I worry about her.
Sometimes Thaddeus surprises me in good ways and bad, I must say. But yes, we should go.
All right.
So you all, now that you have this knowledge of how many ogres there are, 5 to 6, and that one has a helmet, that's the leader, and they set plenty of traps. Good news to have going into the forest. So it's a good thing you healed him, Alaric. You got some good intel. So, do you all now head into the forest after Thaddeus and Yutari?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why we should stay.
Okay.
But
You've
yeah,
also oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I'll lead the way as a rogue, so I can try to.
Okay. Well, you're not too far behind Thaddeus and Yutari, so it won't take long to catch up to them. But again, you want to be careful now that you know there's plenty of traps. But you got some information, Alaric, that some of the other people might not have gotten because you healed him. You now know there's a giant rock or boulder of this star metal in there. Much more than you thought would be there. So, with the party entering this forest, we will go ahead and say that ends this episode of Taverns and Caverns.
Right. Look at your good deed. We buying vegetables. We healing people. A cute day.
I hope those vegetables are worth it at the end, because that farmer was talking you up.
Cletus Ray.
I was wondering if you guys would remember him or not.
Yeah, we start telling the story about the hat, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember him.
Yep. I think it was like an episode 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah,
It was a pretty early ass episode from season 1.
Yep, dredging up those memories.
Yep, I'm bringing memories back. I mean, you're back in New Tempest area, so I'm going to bring up people that you all met. And that's where we'll end this episode of Taverns and Caverns. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns. This is your Dungeon Master, Haphazard DM. You can find me on Twitter at HaphazardDM.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Bri. I play Damien/Desiree, and you can find me on Twitter at Blaze_NBK.
Hi, I'm Felicia, and I play Sundra. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Dagger Tribal.
Hi, I'm Rod or Rodimus playing Thaddeus. You can find me on Blue Sky at Rodimus83 or Twitter or X at Rodimus7901.
Hey, my name is Kendall, and I play Alaric Silverwind, and you can find me on Twitter at Air-Clubkin.
All right, thank you guys. Those are our players for Taverns and Caverns Season 3. And again, don't forget to check out the Taverns and Caverns Patreon. On our Patreon, you'll find exclusive monthly episodes that are strictly exclusive to our Patreon, as well as some additional content that you won't want to miss. So thanks again, everyone. Until next time on Taverns and Caverns.